I'm really tired right now. Yapsville, last time we logged on was over 2 months ago at 12:15 a.m. and it is currently 12:50 a.m. So we're back. And that's right, I was in the mine. Didn't find diamonds, but let's get back to the surface because we were deep in our thoughts last time I played. We gotta get out of the mine because we're not deep in the thoughts anymore. Actually, that's a lie. I'm incredibly hungover right now, and so it's the perfect time to play Minecraft, man. I don't know what it is about this game. There's just something so nostalgic about it. Like, and I was thinking about why it's nostalgic, because a lot of people say it's probably because of the music, or the way it's just peaceful, or I don't even know. There's something nostalgic about the game, how simple it is, but I was thinking about things that people find nostalgic, right? Like, a lot of British people find Harry Potter nostalgic, including me, because my family is British. So, well, I mean, partly anyway. Yeah, they are British, what am I saying? And so, I grew up with Harry Potter as well. It's, like, nostalgic for me. And I was thinking about, like, why that is. Why is a game like Minecraft nostalgic? Why are certain things nostalgic and why are some not? Because, like, okay, actually, I was going to say Fortnite's not nostalgic, but now when I think about it, Fortnite kind of, like, I remember when it first came out and, like, Ninja was ruling the world with streaming with Drake and stuff. Yeah, that was a crazy time period, man. Like, it was just fun, like, hopping on the Xbox or whatever with your friends and just playing duos in that game. I don't think I've never really, okay, I played, like, a couple Fortnite games by myself, but I've never really played by myself. Part of what makes, God, my inventory's full. Part of what makes that game fun is just like hopping on the mic and playing with your friends and trying to get a win. But anyway, as I was saying, I was trying to think, like, what is it about? I don't even know why I'm getting wood. Oh, that's right, because I was building my house. Let me put a chest and try and put all my stuff in it. I was thinking, like, what is it about these things that makes it nostalgic? And I think I'm onto something when I say, I think it's when there's, like, an ecosystem around it, right? So, like, okay, obviously it's not as simple as that. Like, you can't just create an ecosystem. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So something like Minecraft, right? We all played it, most of us played it when we were younger. We kind of grew up with it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make stone tools. Wait, do I have iron? I do. Oh, yes, I do have iron, so I can actually make better tools now. I want to make glass out of that. Do I have coal? What? I didn't get coal, man? All right, we're burning wood. Let's put some wood in here and let's cook some iron so I can make better tools. In the meantime, yeah, no. Like, when I think about Minecraft, why it's nostalgic, it's probably because, you know, there's the music. Music obviously plays into emotion, nostalgia, and memory. What just happened with the music as I say that? Probably the music, because it triggers, like, emotion as opposed to just, like, I don't know, makes you feel something. I think, like, when you feel something, I think it's more memorable than when you actually remember something. Like, I know for me anyway, I just forget things, and if someone says, like, from my childhood, and if someone says it to me, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. It's like stored away in my deep files, my deep. I can't believe I said across the map in real life the other day when referring to across the football pitch. I gotta stop using these terms, man. Gotta go outside more often, dog. That's a lie. I go outside too much. I'm worried I'm gonna burn the sun off. Anyway, that is a... Burn the sun off? What does that even mean? That is a tangent rant. Hang on, I'm actually trying to do 1,000 things at once here. Minecraft, world's most complicated game, as everyone knows. But what I was gonna say is that I guess the reason why Harry Potter is probably nostalgic is because, let's cook furnace, cook glass, is probably because, like, there's a whole universe around it, right? Like, if it was just, like, one movie, and it was like, okay, Harry goes to fucking Hogwarts, he meets Ron and Hermione, and it's this family movie, it wouldn't be as obviously remembered because there's 8 more of the movies and it's popular, but it's the fact that the universe keeps growing. And so there's music around it. It creates like an atmosphere. It creates its own kind of world almost. And so because of that, I feel like it's memorable or it becomes nostalgic because people, like, they want to get absorbed in it. especially because of how it all links in, and the actors' age. That's one of the craziest things. They really hit the jackpot with like the actors in the movies, because they all age, they're all mates. No, there was no like drug thing. They didn't fall out. Maybe there is a drug thing. I could be wrong with that. I'm sure some people will know better than I will, but yeah. And so that's what makes it so good. By the way, holy fuck, this house is just like, it's just walls. Let me build a door so I can actually get out. But yeah, no, I've been having an existential crisis today. But yeah, no, I keep coming back to this game, and I don't know why, because you play Minecraft, man. And, like, I never play Minecraft by myself. I'm doing it on this channel, essentially for the first time, like, I can even remember. So let me make some wooden stairs. Because I want to see how it goes. But, like, if you play Minecraft by yourself, usually you just get bored so quick. Even with people, it's like a whole thing, like the 2-week Minecraft phase, and then you get bored of it. But you always come back. You can't escape Minecraft, man. You leave Minecraft, but Minecraft never leaves you. And I don't know, and I'm trying to figure out what it is about the game, because it is fun, but, like, you get on it, because you remember good times. You remember the feeling of, like, when that music hit. Yikes. When that music hits, man, and it starts going crazy, you're like, damn, I remember all the good times. I remember, you know, stealing my friend's diamonds and not telling him about it, and then acting like he didn't find them. Okay, this is getting a little too, like, personal anecdote, but you know what? It's my channel, so... Okay, what's going on here? I hate this game. If I get this wrong... Oh, I think you have to press towards the side you want it to... Okay, don't take Minecraft tips from me. I don't know how to... I don't know why people watch. The only game I'm actually semi-good at is Clash Royale. Like, I play Brawl Stars, and I played for 1 year on this channel, and people like... You've gone from complete noob to, like, barely a beginner. I was like, yeah, well... I try my best, guys. Kids mobile game. And I suck at it, so... That's where I'm at. But I've gone down like 3,000 different tangents this video. Initially, I was actually like really down before this video. That's why I wanted to record it. I was just like, not down, but I was just moping about, feeling sorry for myself and whatnot, because I'm hungover. And if you don't know, I don't know. I feel like it's when you're hungover, you've just had like a high essentially when you drink. And so then the next day, you're just like coming down from that. That's what life's all about, man. That balance. Everything goes up. Everything that goes up comes down. And my mood has just gone down because I don't have any more sand, which means I can't make any more glass right now. So let me get like a tiny bit more. But yeah, ooh, don't break my ankles. But yeah, no, earlier I was just feeling really down. I was like, what's the point of anything? I'm just sitting in my apartment alone. Don't really want to talk to anyone, because dealing with people is exhausting, man. Keeping up relationships and whatnot with people, it's exhausting. Like, I don't always want to text people all the time, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to always text people and constantly show up to things and whatnot. But then when you get by yourself, you feel lonely, so it's just like, bruh. That's why it's all about balance, man, that balance. But sometimes when I hang out or I drink too much or I hang out with people too much, I'm like, I have this feeling of like, I just want to lock myself in my room and never see anybody again. I just want to be by myself for ages. And you think that feeling's... It's time for our first duel. This little fucker thought he could come into my house and blow it up. The balls on this... Holy shit. Yes, you can come over here. You know what? Come into the water. Let's go for a swim, little bro. Come for a swim. Yeah, sometimes I didn't realize it wasn't going to blow any of this up at all. I guess water has that effect, even in the real life. Drink water, stay hydrated, baby. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I don't even know. Oh, I had glass and I didn't even see it. The comments are going to be mad at me for that. Yeah, I don't know. That's what life's all about, man. Things go up and go down. One thing I've realized recently, actually, while I'm yapping, is that everything keeps moving. You know, everybody wants, like, with everything in life, that, like, stability, or once I get this, blah, blah, blah. Nothing is, like, set in stone. Or should I say set in wooden planks? Nothing is set in stone. Like, everything is constantly moving. Everybody's like, oh, once I get this relationship, life will be good. Or like, once I get this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure you've heard this like a million times. Why do I have a wooden sword? Why do I have such bad tools? It's time for an upgrade. I swear I just heard a creeper, but I didn't. I've got PTSD. Where's my wood? It's in the furnace. No, it's not. There it is. All right, let's take half this back. Everybody wants like that stability, you know what I mean? That they just get that and then they can be comfortable. It's the whole thing with retirement, which is why retirement's kind of a little bit silly. I get it if you've, I mean, I kind of get it, but like a lot of people who retire will end up working again just because they don't know what to do with their life. You know, they don't, and that's why I figured out pretty early on, like, even if I'm not making much money, I want to do things that I would want to do anyway, because I'm not going to spend my whole life being miserable, and I only get one of these, man, I only get one life. I'm not going to spend it being miserable. I would rather spend it being broke. I don't even know what to do when I get money, man. I just pay my bills. Pay my bills and buy food. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't really have any interest in... Maybe a house, that would be good one day in the future, but I can't even remember how I got onto this tangent now. But, oh yeah. Yeah, shit's just, it keeps moving, you know? Everybody wants like you have to keep putting in effort. Everybody wants to get somewhere and then they can relax. That's not how, that's not how life works, little bro. You have to keep grinding no matter what, otherwise... the ball slips, I guess. And you know, let's just not put torches randomly. Let's have some structure to it. Otherwise, like, things slip. And you know how, you know what I mean by things slip. If you don't do the things you need to do every day, you will be unhappy with yourself. And then when you're unhappy with yourself, you get into like a bad mental phase that makes it even harder to do things you normally got to do. I hate that the torches are on different levels to the ones next to the door, but the ones look good and these ones don't. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to keep building and ignore that. Yeah. Bruv! Is it infestation? Fuck me, dude. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to teach this little runt a lesson so that the others can see it. He's gonna be an example. Same with you, Mr. Spider. Don't just... God, where are these little fucks coming from? I'll take you all on. Come on. Come on, then. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Everybody join the party. See what a fucking... This dude's got a sword. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna die. Okay, good. The creeper killed them all. That's exactly what I meant to do. Cool. All right. I just realized I'm, like, kind of low in hearts and I wouldn't want to die. Do I even have a... I have a bed. Why am I not sleeping? Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was going to mope about on today's Minecraft video, but I already did that enough in the last one. Today's all about gaming. Hardcore gaming. Cooked salmon and pork chops. But yeah, I don't like it when I hear that. You know, a lot of people say that. They want to get this thing, and once they get there, they can relax and whatever. Things don't stop moving. Everything keeps going. You need to just keep putting in effort because... You think... I don't know why I'm getting birchwood. You think you can get there, but you can't. You know what else sucks, man? I thought living in this... I don't know, bro. I'm on a complete rant right now. Except that's what I do every video, so I'm kind of like... What's changed? I should probably plant some saplings. Part of me is like... I moved to this apartment so I could be by myself. So I could have my own space. So that I could focus on YouTube and whatnot. And then I just said, like, I don't want to see people. I want to lock myself in my room and not see anyone. So it sounds perfect, right? But at the same time, you just feel lonely. Or at least I'll speak for myself. I just feel lonely. You just feel lonely sometimes. And I don't know if that's just the apartment thing or that's just life. You know, being an adult and living by yourself. And, you know, every night you come home, your apartment's empty. It's no one there. You don't talk to anyone. Some days I notice I barely say a thing. Unless, like, okay... That's not true now, because I actually do leave my apartment quite a lot. But some days, like, I will not leave my apartment much at all. And it's just like, you're just literally no human contact the whole day. And then talk to a piece of plastic, because that's what I do. And then boom. That cannot be good for your mental health. You see these videos where it's like, how to be unhappy. And it's like, wake up, first thing you do is look at your phone. And, like, sleep in... and all these things. I'm not sleeping in. I mean, I guess I am. Recently I have been, I guess, but I wasn't recently. So I guess I checked that box, checked the looking at phone box. It's not a good path to happiness. Maybe I need to start getting up and going for my run and rise and grind, journaling, meditating, fucking gym, even though I do that most days. Not journaling and all that, but this seems a little unnatural, by the way, but I don't care. I also kind of hate the way that this staircase comes down to this level. Oh well, it is what it is. At least no creepers are going to blow up my house, I hope. So my Giga Chad skin's looking fucking massive. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I hate making... Every time I make one of these videos, I'm like, why did I make these? I hate these videos, and I hate the fact that I make them. Because I wish everything could just be a joke, man. I really do. I wish everything was just funny. It's the only thing that feels fucking natural. Just, like, it's just more fun. But you can't always be like that. And it sucks, man. It sucks. I feel like that's how I was when I was younger. I kind of want to do a, like a spiral roof. Because otherwise it's going to start looking like a... Actually, no, me and Brad did that. I got to do something different. I'm just going to keep going up until I figure it out. Yeah, I remember I always used to just... Everything was just a joke to me back in the day. I wish everything could just be jokes, man. Life's too serious. I hate it. I actually hate it. It's just not fun. Like, what is the... If you think about it, right? What's the point in living? Like... Okay, that sounds terrible, but like, what, like, okay, everybody finds different meaning. Most people are like, okay, to be happy, but then to be happy, you know, you could just do like short-term dopamine activities constantly and be like, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, but that doesn't lead to long-term happiness. Long-term happiness comes from like hitting your goals and shit and all that, you know what I mean? All that stuff that leads to like fulfillment and purpose and achieving your goals. And the only way you get to do that, or the only way you can get to do or to achieve that level of happiness is by doing things you don't want to do. So it's so interesting because you have to do things you don't want to do what you want to do. And it's like a never-ending cycle. And eventually you just have to be hardened enough to know that you just have to do these things. And that's kind of where I'm at in my life. For a while there, I was like, fuck, I really hate doing these things. There's got to be a better way to do it, or blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do it this way. And I just kind of realized you just get used to things. Like anything in life, man. You get used to it, you know? Like, I remember when I like first moved in, some things I used to do when I moved in, I was like, fuck, this is so much effort. And like, how do people do this, blah, blah, blah. And that now I'm just like, I'm just used to it. It's just like the routine. And it's also kind of nice when you get better at doing things. Like I've been cooking a little bit more recently, and like cooking's, and this is how it is with everything. It sounds like some daunting task you don't want to do, and it seems like a bigger problem in your head. And yeah, it is hard, but if you go in with the mentality that it's going to be hard, it's probably not as hard half the time as you think it is when you actually do it. And so it feels good when you go into it the second time and you're a little bit better and you have an idea of how to do it and you improve. So that's kind of how it's been lately. I like doing these things that I'm like, I know I have to do, but I hate doing them. And you get joy out of just doing them. And then when you get joy out of doing them and getting better at doing them because you know where you started, you feel more fulfilled and more happy because you're doing them and you know you have to do them. And not only that, because it's probably leading to some goal and that's why you're doing it in the first place. Maybe it's something like cleaning the dishes, for example. That doesn't have to be some long-term goal to lead to happiness, but it could be like, I know I'm not going to be happy if I don't do this by the end of the day. So I know like if I complete this task, I'll be able to like lie down in my bed at the end of the day and be happy that I know I did it instead of sitting on YouTube or scrolling TikTok or something. Like you just feel like a loser, like brain rotted loser when you're sitting on TikTok and you know, or YouTube, whatever. And you, God, this is ugly. And you know, there's things you have to do. I'm going to put paintings on the outside one day. Then when you know that you have things you have to do and you're just procrastinating doing them because you're like, I really don't want to do them. And you know that you have to do them and you know that you're procrastinating doing them. It's the worst feeling in the world. That is the worst feeling ever. I hate that. And I've been through that process so many times. And it's crazy because you think after you do it like the first few times, something like that, you learn. You're like, I'm not going to do this next time. I've literally done that hundreds over my years of my life. Hundreds of times made that mistake. And I always feel a shit, but you always just feel like weak in the moment. You're like, I don't want to do this. And like, how can I motivate myself to get up? And the thing is, you just have to do these things, man. And then you get used to just doing it. And then when you do it, this has been my recent motivator recently. This has been my motivator recently, which is just like, it hasn't been, oh, I want to complete this task because then I'm going to, I don't know. It's more of been like the opposite. This is going to make no sense, but it's like, I just don't want to feel like shit at the end of the day. Actually, that makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty much what I just said. Like, I know I'm not going to be, I'm literally like, if I have a goal, right? If I'm like, I need to upload a video today, or I want to upload a video today, and that's something I know I have to do because I've told myself I have to do it. And it's like, I will be less happy with myself if I don't do it at the end of the day, for example. I don't want to be less happy at the end of the day. I want to be happy at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's not even about the task itself. It's just, I think to me in the future, I'm like, well, I don't want to be fucking unhappy at the end of the day. So I got to do this. I have to do this. And then I know I can be happy at the end of the day. And then the cycle just continues. And slowly but surely, yeah, it gives you fulfillment in the moment at the end of the day and whatnot. And also it builds, I guess, some sort of mental fucking strength or whatever because you're doing things you don't want to do. I don't know about all that shit. But you do something you don't want to do and it makes you feel good that you get it done. One thing is getting it done makes it feels good for you. But then the other thing is not only that, but you feel good at the end of the day, you fulfill, but then you're also probably contributing to something that is an end goal of yours, which is the reason you're doing it in the first place. So you get long-term happiness from doing shit like that. I'll tell you what, that is the most rewarding feeling ever. When you finish something over a long period or something you've been working towards and you've been doing it consistently and you almost forgot why you were doing it. You just do it because you get that fulfillment on a daily basis and whatever, even though you know you have to do it and you don't want to do it, but you know it's progressing towards something and you finally get that thing. Oh man, when you get there in the long term, that feeling is sweet. And that's how I feel about 10 million subscribers on this channel, man. Every day, I actually like making YouTube videos, believe it or not. But also like I've so like, yeah, 10 million subscribers is just like an arbitrary goal to shoot for because I can imagine myself holding that diamond plaque and that shit sounds sweet as fuck, man. And that's a long journey away. I just know that I'm not going to quit. It's like a delusional goal to have, but I know at least I'm not going to quit. So I don't see any reason why I shouldn't get there before I die, literally. So there you go. That's why I'm pretty confident I'll get there one day. And because it controls my mind. But yeah, I don't think about that. Like when I'm on a daily basis, I'm like, I'm going to get to 10 million subscribers. Like that's the goal. That's like some short-term motivation shit. I've kind of disconnected from, and this is in like all realms of life. I disconnect from that sort of, that goal. Like, yeah, it gives me a long-term reason as to why to do it. Opposed at like, alongside wanting to do it anyway, because I like doing YouTube and because it's my fucking career now. But it's more about just like keeping it going on a daily basis because I know I want to do it. Like, yeah, of course there's days I don't want to make videos, but I like making videos long term and I know it's the thing I want to do. So even when I make videos, like right now, it's 1 a.m., right? It's 1 a.m. I've been hungover and tired all day. It would have been much easier for me to just like, I don't know how high I'm going with this. It would have been I might make this like layered with a staircase inside. I mean, it would be much easier for me to like just not record today. But then I would feel so shitty about myself if I woke up tomorrow and my daily streaks ended just because I was a little tired and I knew it was something I had to do. Nuh-uh, not on my watch. Wasn't going to let that happen, especially recently. I've done it in the past, and that's what I'm saying. I've made these mistakes, and every time I do it, I'm like, grr, why did I do that? And so today, for most of the day, man, I mean, I've just been lying about hungover dead. Especially when I'm hungover, man. When you're hungover, you don't want to talk to I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to do anything. Because I'm still got to deal with the mistakes of last night's drinking. And I'm like, that's the thing about drinking. You don't even feel like yourself when you're drinking because you're just like stupid and drunk and feeling the effects of alcohol. And so I'm like, I just don't want to face the music. I don't want to talk. I don't want anyone to look at me. I don't want anyone to see me after I've been drinking and whatnot on a night after. And I'm also just tired and I don't want to do anything because I'm hungover. But today, yeah, I was literally just watching a bunch of like nostalgic Minecraft content, kind of from that, like, I guess the COVID era when Among Us and Minecraft and Dream and Tommy in It and all that were huge back in that period. I was watching a lot of content that I remember I watched back in the day, just rewatching some of those videos, like, damn, yeah, this game is always hung around in my life, and I don't know why. I really like it, except I never play it. It's really weird. It's this like weird like nostalgia bait thing where it's like I remember it from my childhood, but it's still fun to play and I love making content around it. But then actually playing it, I'm not like in love with the actual game. It's kind of weird. It's such a weird thing and I can't put my finger on it. And I don't know what it is, but I keep coming back and I know I'll always come back because it's nostalgic and it's got this feeling to it with the music and whatnot, in the same way as I said with Harry Potter. So there we go. Come full circle. Another day on Yapville. If you enjoyed, I'll keep making these once every 3 months because it takes a few drinks in my system and a hangover to, I don't know,